Good day everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV guide. Today we will be learning how to efficiently farm MGP by using the newest minigames added to the Gold Saucer, Out on a Limb and the Finer Miner. First things first, the new minigames are located in the Chocobo Square, a separate area of the Gold Saucer. To gain access, simply speak to the lift operator at the entrance square. To play Out on a Limb, you must first swing your hatchet to select a difficulty level, with Cactuar being the easiest, followed by Morbol, and finally Titan. The higher the difficulty, the bigger the rewards, but I would recommend aiming for Cactuar if you're just getting started. Once you begin, a cursor will start moving up and down. The goal here is to use the button to stop the cursor at the sweet spot, except we don't know where it is. The closer you get to it, the more you will drain the gauge at the bottom. Completely empty the gauge before the timer runs out, and you win. For your first attempt, try aiming for the center. If there's no indication of the sweet spot being nearby, aim for the halfway points in the remaining areas. A nifty little indicator will be left behind after each attempt, so make sure to use it as reference for your next hit. Proceed to keep breaking down the remaining areas into smaller portions, following the visual and oral cues the game gives you. Once you start getting closer, it becomes a matter of making small adjustments in the right direction until you strike gold. But wait, there's more. After emptying the gauge, you may choose to double up on rewards up to 5 times, as long as you have enough time left to spare for it. But if you run out of time before emptying the gauge, you will forfeit the rewards, so it's important to know when you can or can't double up. The Finer Miner plays in a very similar manner, except instead of a moving cursor, we have a growing and shrinking circle. Just like in the previous minigame, the goal is to completely drain the gauge by stopping the circle as close as possible to the sweet spot. In addition, unlike Out on a Limb, the timer will reset after emptying each gauge, so you're limited mostly by the number of attempts rather than by the amount of time left. This can make it easier to achieve double ups if you manage to land consistent hits, but I have personally found the Finer Miner to be significantly more difficult, just because of how much more precise you need to be. Due to this, I would recommend sticking with Out on a Limb for farming MGP more consistently. Practice your strategy for locating the sweet spot as fast as possible, and you will start seeing some incredible MGP gains when combined with the higher difficulty settings. And that's all we have time for today. But did you know that Out on a Limb and the Finer Miner are throwbacks to how botany and mining worked back in 1.0? Imagine doing that every time you wanted to gather something. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.